Hello. It might be supposed an intrusive press, eager to peddle gossip and scandal, is a relatively modern invention, but a celebrity-obsessed media is nothing new. In 1830, Charles Stanhope, 4th Earl of Harrington, commissioned 24-year-old landscape gardener William Barron to redesign the grounds of his home, Elvaston Castle in Derbyshire, to provide a sanctuary from unwanted public attention for his wife-to-be. Elvaston Castle is a 1630s country house that was remodelled in Gothic revival style for Charles' father, the 3rd Earl of Harrington. Barron's task was to create a garden of delights in time for the Earl's marriage to actress Maria Foote, due to take place in April the following year. The result included formal gardens, hedged and with topiary sculptures, an ornamental lake, artificial rock formations created with volcanic tufa, Moorish-style temples, open grassy rides and woodland. Barron managed to successfully transplant mature trees for instant effect, something that is regularly done now but was unheard of in 1830. Kew Gardens have a scale model of the horse-drawn machine he developed to transport trees for up to 20 miles without damage. At a time when country house visits were popular with the gentry, and many landowners were beginning to allow informal access to their estates, Elvaston was intended as a very private pleasure, for the sole enjoyment of Charles and his new wife. Maria Foote had been subjected to the kind of media intrusion associated with today's tabloid press. She was a star of the stage, appearing alongside the most celebrated Shakespearean actor of the day, Edmund Kean. But in 1830, acting was widely considered a barely respectable occupation for a woman. And it wasn't just that Maria was an actress, she'd also been involved in a scandal. Appearing at Cheltenham as a young girl of around 17, Maria caught the eye of William Fitzhardinge Berkeley, illegitimate son of the Earl of Berkeley and his lady's maid Mary Cole. His parents married after having 6 children, meaning a 7th and legitimate child born to the couple was set to inherit. Disputed evidence was produced of an earlier date for their marriage, which if proven valid legitimised all the children. As the elder son, Fitzhardinge was engaged in a prolonged legal battle to assert his inheritance. He promised to marry Maria, but not until his claim was decided, in case it prejudiced the result. After several years, and with one child together and another on the way, he broke off the relationship. Enter another suitor, a young man about town, Joseph P. Green, after his colourful choice in coats, Hayne. Unaware of the previous relationship with Fitzhardinge Berkeley, the child, or the pregnancy, he very soon proposed, and Maria accepted. When the circumstances of the affair with Berkeley came to light, Hayne broke off the engagement. Maria arranged a meeting to talk things through, and as a result the couple were reconciled and a date for the wedding to take place in London set. Hayne had inherited a fortune, and as part of the marriage settlement, £40,000 was to be put in Maria's name, from which she would receive the interest, and if she survived him, the money would be divided amongst any children. Hayne was a no-show at the wedding. Maria was waiting with a bridesmaid when a messenger arrived saying Hayne had gone into the country. She tracked him down to a house he owned in Wiltshire and wrote to him. In his reply, Hayne said he was worried that marrying an actress would meet with disapproval within his social circle. However, he returned to London and a new date for the wedding was agreed. 2 days before the due date, Hayne once again cancelled, sending Maria a note ending, "Farewell forever." Maria sued for breach of promise. Hayne's defence argued gross deception on Maria's part, concealing the relationship with Fitzhardinge Berkeley and her pregnancy. Maria was seeking a payout of £20,000. The jury awarded her just £3,000, a sum that was swallowed up by her legal costs. The case was covered in detail by the popular press. In order to recoup some money, a benefit performance starring Maria was arranged at Covent Garden. Public interest in the court case meant a sellout. A packed house cheered or sighed every time a line seemed to chime with real-life events. Public opinion tended to side with Maria. She was seen as a victim of circumstance. Her mother had run away from a middle-class home as a teenager to marry Samuel Foote, a down-at-heel, middle-aged theatre manager who ended up running a hotel. Maria's last appearance on the stage took place in Birmingham on the 11th of March 1831, less than a month before her marriage to Charles Stanhope. She was around 34. Charles, a fashion-conscious Regency buck in his younger days as Viscount Petersham, celebrated his 51st birthday the day after the wedding. Porcelain figures of Maria in various stage roles were produced to cash in on her notoriety. Haynes' doubts about how his friends would react to a marriage with Maria were a reality for Charles Stanhope. He and the new Countess were cold-shouldered by high society. The grounds at Elvaston Castle became Maria's backdrop, her private stage. Staff were instructed to allow no one entry unless it was Queen Victoria herself at the gates. William Barron worked on at Elvaston for several years before buying 40 acres of land nearby at Borrowash, where he opened Elvaston Nursery. His later projects included designs for Wensbury's Brunswick Park and a leading role in landscaping Nottingham Road Cemetery in Derby. He is commemorated by a blue plaque on his former house in Borrowash. The landscape Barron created at Elvaston is now Elvaston Castle Country Park, and along with the house, which is on the Buildings at Risk Register, now in the care of Derbyshire County Council. Next time, a look at the servant hierarchy and some of the different roles downstairs and outside. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons and click on the notification bell to be informed when the next video is available, or you can subscribe by clicking on the rose window over my shoulder.